Created by Brett.
Yeah. Hey Brett, how can you invent anything? Hey Brett, how can you invent anything?
Oh, I can do that. You guys might know I have a patent on an invention of mine. It's a binder clip like you hold papers together with, but it has a clear plastic label holder up here so you can label the things that you're holding together. And the way I came up with it is, every time I was in an office and I had a binder clip on some papers, I'd have to get a Post-it, put it on the paper so you could see what they were. So I basically said, well, let me combine these two things. Just like a Post-it was a combination of a piece of paper and glue. And before that, they had always been two separate things, like paper and tape, paper and glue. And then somebody's like, hey, why don't we just stick them together? So that's one way to make an invention, is you stick together two things that are always together. Like Goobers has peanut butter and jelly in one jar. Another technique is to take something and simplify it or automate it. Da 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 da. And they have that for, like, you can get a spaghetti fork that, like, you press it and go rah, 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 so that you have it on your spaghetti and it rolls it up for you. I mean, there's just you just take something and you automate it. Kind of the basic foundation for all inventions is solving a problem. For example, I have a whole video about when things are on a shelf that's too high for you to see, and the shelf's above your head so you can't see what's up on it. You put a mirror on the underside of the shelf that's above it, so you can see in the mirror what's on the shelf that's above your head. So simple, but it's a problem, and then the solution is a mirror. Or you can get a step stool, but that's a pain in the butt. Another way to invent something that's kind of gone under the radar is to just change the audience for whatever the thing is. The example I'm thinking of is a hammer. This is a big manly hammer. It's black, it's really heavy. Well, they now make more lightweight tools with a smaller grip for a woman's hand in softer colors that don't look so brutish. So you've changed it from a big He-Man, manly, grrr kind of audience to a more feminine audience. And then they just sell basically the exact same thing, but fit for different customers. Another thing that's similar to that is personification of something. You have probably seen a dish scrubber brush, which is the most boring product you can think of, that I can think of anyway, but they put feet on the bottom of it, so that it stands up on these cute little feet, and it's just standing there being a cute little brush, and it basically personifies the thing. It makes it from a boring product into something with some character. The fancy name for that is anthropomorphization. Another common thing is to take an innovation in one area and apply it to another kind of product. And the thing I've noticed in my lifetime is ATM technology. I mean, I'm old, and so ATMs were kind of new when I was young, and people figured out, okay, well, we need these at the post office. We need these to have, red box for videos. Gas stations. It used to be that you had to go in and pay somebody money or give them your credit card. Now you can just do it right at the pump. Another thing that I saw in one area that is now, like, everywhere is hands-free technology, where you, like, wave your hand under the water faucet and then the water comes out. And they're like, okay, well, we better put this on doors. We better put this on the air dryer for your hands. Have it for hand sanitizer. You put your hand under it, it goes, and then you can just, the hand sanitizer. Memory foam, when that came out, it was just, I think, for beds. But I have these earplugs that are made of memory foam, and it's perfect because you squish it, it goes into your ear, and then after a while, this is going to take forever, this is a terrible example. Anyway, this thing is going to re-expand, and basically when it's in your ear, it sort of fills up the space, and you get a great earplug. And it's just a piece of memory foam. So find an innovation in one area and apply it to some other product. But the best way to invent anything is to have lots of ideas. There's a quote that I love: the best way to have good ideas is to have lots of ideas. And what they're talking about is, basically, for every 10 ideas you have, one of them is going to be pretty great. So every time you think of an invention, write it down, type it into your whatever device, and keep track of it. And expect to get rid of 9 out of your 10 ideas. Good example, you probably didn't know that the light bulb existed before Thomas Edison came around. Well, it did, but it didn't work very well. So Thomas Edison gets this thing, and he starts improving it. And he says, oh, okay, that one doesn't work. Okay, make this improvement. No, that doesn't work either. Okay, try this. Hey, that's a little bit better. Cool. But he did that 1,000 times. All I'm saying is, you're gonna have to have a lot of ideas if you want to come up with some good ones. Edison had 999 light bulbs that didn't work, and one that worked great. Not that I think much of Edison, that's a whole other video. Don't get me started. So those are my ideas on how to invent anything. Go ahead, leave me your own question down in the thingy thing, and maybe I'll answer your question next time.
Please share this vid